Welcome to the Happiness Alchemy podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Goody. Stay with me for expansion, activation, and awareness on your spiritual journey through life and business. Ascension Awareness Forecast, week of February 18th. This week holds a powerful full moon on Tuesday, depending where you're at in the world. This full moon has the potential to align us to greater abundance and prosperity, to clear away more that no longer serves, that drags us down, and to transmute it into something supportive and empowering. I call this alchemy. So during this week of alchemy, you must be open to admit things to yourself about how you feel, about what you believe yourself to be capable of, what you believe possible for your life, where you're still holding on subconsciously to anger, resentment, grief, disappointment, and other emotions that, as we repeat them in our subconscious, cause us to go over the same patterns in our life time and time again. Now, this week I was reminded of the shape of our journey, that we're spiraling upwards. When we come back around to something we've dealt with in the past, it really is this opportunity to settle in and pay attention and make a new choice. And this could be as simple as a new way of thinking, especially if you're feeling stuck and like forward movement is just not happening. Each time you're noticing these repetitive patterns in your life, you're just going around this spiral. It's likely that your awareness has ascended, but you need to catch your mindset up to that way of thinking and embrace more of yourself, of your genius, and express and accept that to yourself. So again, and I sound like a broken record at this point. There's a lot of the things that I'm just repeating over and over this year, but it's because they are lessons that we all really need to get. But writing, art, music, cooking, all manner of expression is encouraged this week. And it's all about creative expression in 2019. When we allow ourselves to create in this way, we loosen up our tight grip on who we think we are and what message is inside of us, and we simply allow it to flow out. We tap into our higher selves as we express, especially under this powerful full moon. So it's important to be mindful of where you are feeling this resistance, where you feel off or like you're forcing things. Force is another key this year. We're releasing force and we're allowing flow. And the more we can do that, the better our lives are going to feel and the more we're going to feel like we are, in that forward movement flow. When you pay attention to how you feel in your body, you're going to notice when things come up for you. When you notice that resistance, take note of what it is that you want that is seemingly evading you. Just take a note of it. Take a breath and detach. Focus on your heart for a moment. You may need a few minutes for this, actually, if it's something that's been coming around over and over again. And then you want to ask yourself, as you're becoming grounded and centered, what it is that you need. Not that you want, what it is that you actually need. And be in alignment with the universe by giving up some control this week and be open to not knowing the whole plan, but accepting what it is that you need right now. Knowing and having comfort that there's a larger plan, and when you work with the universe, things will always turn out better than expected. So if there is some grief, because I did see a lot of energy of kind of this grief and this sadness around letting go around what you want, let that happen. Feel it and let it flow out. Process it. It doesn't mean that what you want is not going to come to you. It just means there's more of a aligned path to get there. And it might be a little bit different than what you are holding on really tightly to. So the universe wants you to open up and flow and focus on what you need, knowing that what you want is going to be delivered to you in a very specific way. Now, coming back to this powerful full moon energy, it's going to support the process of letting go and gaining clarity really beautifully, as most full moons do. Now, you may want to I actually highly encourage you to create a sacred space and a time for yourself this week to connect to the full moon energy, connect to your higher self, your guides, to the earth. This beautiful combination creates a foundation of security that you can feel into to notice how supported you are. Whenever you are feeling supported and you allow that vibration throughout your body, you're already a step ahead. You're already moving forward. And I do have my collection of 3 guided meditations to work with the full moon that you can intuitively choose from. And if you don't already have access to that, you can grab that just in the show notes below. So when you start to notice and expand these feelings of connection and support, you're going to find your empowerment energy returning and increasing. Once you're feeling empowered, then clarity and aligned action come. So again, this week is around allowing that connection to the moon, your higher self, your guides, the earth, and then allowing allowing that feeling of security to come up, allowing that feeling of support to come up, and then expanding those and really allowing yourself to feel the connection. And that's how you're getting into empowerment, clarity, and aligned action. It really is a beautiful week where a lot can happen. Sometimes it's below the surface though, so don't necessarily go in with the expectation that a lot's going to happen on the outside. Know that a lot is happening on the inside and alignment is happening. You might notice a lot on the outside, but we're focusing within. So allowing yourself to be in this vibration of gratitude and love, this beautiful sacred space, and know that as you feel into these emotions, more of them are going to flow to you. Your connection to the divine is very strong this week. Your intuition is turned on to high. You can harness this healing and clarifying powers of the full moon. You have got this. There's no reason you can't. Your ability to attract abundance is ready to expand. It is your time to ascend your perspective and look beyond what you want into what you need. So again, if you don't already have access to my collection of my 3 favorite full moon meditations, I'm giving this away for free, and I'm including a bonus full moon ritual. So you can check that out in the show notes below, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for listening.